And along those lines, Adam Silver announced that, well, he said the NBA is going to reassess their G League Ignite team. Now, if you remember, they started a G League team. G League's like their minor league, but they have a team called Team Ignite, which features anywhere between 6 and 10, usually annually, kids that went directly out of high school to the G League instead of going to play college basketball, because they thought this is a better route to prepare for the NBA draft and for the NBA, and they've had some success doing that. But he announced that he's going to reassess that. He's, quote, now some of these same players who didn't want to be one-and-done players because they felt it was unfair and they wanted the ability not just to earn a living playing basketball, but do commercial deals that weren't available to them in college to hire professional agents, an opportunity that wasn't available at college now is. All those same opportunities have become available. I'm not sure what the future of Team Ignite will be because there was a hole in the marketplace that we thought we were filling, and basically NIL is now filling that hole. The Team Ignite fans will be disappointed, but conceivably, there's like 6 or 10 more really talented players back into college basketball, which I think was one of the things college basketball was missing. All of this is saying are some of the changes and challenges for the NBA. Could this actually help college basketball a little, Pat? Is this a glimmer of light after like rain clouds for a long time here?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that, sure, more talent is good, and that we've already seen more guys stay in college because of NIL opportunities, and maybe they're not, future pro superstars, but guys that have familiarity with the fans. Armando Bacot for North Carolina has been playing center there for 100 years. He was on the team that lost in the national championship game 2 years ago. He's still there. He's in year 1, 2, 3, for the year 5 now. People know him. Zach Edey, year 4 at Purdue at 7'4". There used to be no time would you get a 7'4" guy who could play to stick around for 4 years. So you're already seeing some of that. And then I think you add that next layer of really good, talented freshmen in there, then yeah, it could only be better. And there's some very talented freshmen right now. Kentucky's got some, Duke's got some. We're seeing some guys that can really flash. So there, a lot of people like to complain about the product in college basketball, and I get it. It's not back in the day when Larry Bird played Magic Johnson. Larry Bird was a senior and Magic Johnson was a sophomore and that sort of thing. And Patrick Ewing played 4 years and Ralph Sampson played 4 years. But we are still seeing a lot of good players who are coming in and actually staying. And I think the product, while it's dispersed, there's a lot of good teams. There's not much in the way of juggernauts, although keep an eye on UConn again. But I think this will help have more appeal for college basketball. People turn on and say, whoa, that dude's really good. This is fun to watch.
Not to turn the conversation back to football, but
go ahead.
We've seen this in football, right? I think the NFL released last month the early entrance by juniors, and I think it was like a low, right? That we haven't, at least in the last several years, we saw the early NFL draft entrance go up almost every year. I think 2021 was one of the highs. It was 100 and almost 130.
It was 58
players
this year.
Yeah, so
it's the fewest since 2011. Yeah. It was 130 in 2021.
135 in 2019. Yeah, and then you could see it drop with NIL, right? Each year, 2022, 100. Last year, 82. And this year we're in the 50s. So it's great. It's a great thing for college football and college basketball. All the college sports. It's great for didn't we just have UConn women's basketball player say she's returning?
Paige Beckers,
not going to the
that's like a COVID
WNBA.
year even, right? Like an extra because they have to stay 4 years.
Yeah.
And there's been a debate. Can Caitlin Clark make more money at Iowa?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
because the salary's not that big in the WNBA. She certainly will play on a bigger platform in college basketball. Mm-hmm. There's no 10 million per, like if Iowa is back in the Final Four, it'll be, they were doing 10 million last year, right? That Final Four?
I can't remember, but it was a big,
it was
big
massive.
Number.
Yeah. I mean, everybody knows Caitlin Clark's the most famous college basketball player in the country.
Yes. Yes, she is.
So do you give that up? You know, I'm guessing she will, but she's got an opportunity for that COVID year. Yeah. So all those things are happening. I don't know. I mean, college basketball is always getting kicked around. But I just wonder if there's like some NBA fans, obviously, so maybe, you know, just ones that are like, I don't really like that style of play or whatever. And you get a few more. Look at like the college basketball has not had what was the last, in my opinion, the last mega star in college basketball was like Zion Williamson. And that was,
I would say that's accurate. That was the guy that, yes, you absolutely had to turn on the TV to see. And I don't think we've had one since him.
So I don't know, maybe there's something possibly.